Check. So literally in a span of, oh man, I want to say like 10 minutes. It was like peak design. What the f is going on? So I was at work. We're gonna take a look at this because it made me a little mad. My brother then texted me. He's like, "Oh my god, best travel tripod." I was like, "Okay, how much is it?" He's like, $700. It's such a deal. First of all, okay, he doesn't travel. Second of all, you should not down that much money on a tripod, my opinion. But we'll get to that, right? So the most infamous one, and I'm gonna say it right here, right? Mr. Mckinnon himself. Really popular YouTuber. He obviously has some cash to throw out on some tripods. We do not. As a normal person, we're not gonna do this, but let's take a listen.
No joke. That is a very expensive tripod, but if you think
it's an expensive tripod, it's a fucking expensive tripod. And to my brother's point, he was like, "Oh, when I travel," I was like, "Okay, how many times are you actually gonna use that tripod?" He's like, "Maybe a couple times when I do it on, time lapse." I was like, "Okay, do you really need that $700 tripod? Is it really that worth it?" Now, the cool thing about what Peter did is because of his intro. That's awesome. And also that's what she said joke, right? But not only he, I literally got another thing yesterday. Manny Ortiz, literally, we're right on the same hour.
Probably wondering, Manny, why are you doing a tripod video? I am also a full-time YouTuber, and I have 3 tripods literally in this room. Tripods are an essential part of my video.
Why? Why do you have 3 tripods? I get it. To each their own. But it's such, I believe it's a waste. Do you really need that much? I really don't think so, right? Obviously he's sponsored by this, so he did a full review. Not a big deal. Let's go on to another one, right? One of my guy, Jason Vong, awesome.
So in this video, we're gonna go over who is this tripod for, what's my travel experience with this tripod, what you can expect when you receive your very own travel tripod, and which one should you get, carbon fiber or aluminum? Both.
I get it. I actually appreciate him because he does a full review, right? And he owns a whole bunch of things, and he tells you, do you really need, is it absolutely necessary? Right? And then my favorite, of course, is Tony. He gives you...
Hey, it's also a tiny bit bigger folded up.
Not necessarily the unbiased review, but he gives you the ins and outs and the comparison to an actual tripod that's a little cheaper. Not really cheaper, it's like 150 bucks. Yo, that just hurts my soul. Why does it have to be that much?
But as you'll see, the B-Free actually has a few advantages. First, full disclosure, Peak Design sent me this tripod, but we passed on the Trip. Why? Because Trip...
And probably right there, it's what I wanted to show you guys. That one motion where the entire legs come off and then you just snap it on. I think that's the most efficient one of the tripods, because almost all of them you have to unlock all of it. It doesn't just fully come out. But maybe, I don't know, I haven't really fully, looked into it. But you can watch all their videos. Everybody's great. But the whole reason why I'm doing this is because you should not, and I mean you should not trust what these big time YouTubers tell you, because one, they will always get the best of the best gear, and not necessarily in that format. They've done the I'm on this gear to this gear. I get it. But they're constantly not reviewing the products that most general consumers get. So here we go. Let's go to Amazon. Let's type in tripod. And the one that is most reviewed, it's called a Gikoto 70-inch tripod. This has like 374 reviews. It's 79 bucks. You can even get it used for $74. and it has most of the features that you want, right? But it's all about what are you gonna use it for. Are you really going to shell out $700 for this fucking tripod? Think about it. Think about it. As you and myself, as a hobbyist, as somebody that's generally just putting your camera on it, take maybe a few pictures, call it a day. Is that worth it? Is that $700 worth it? To me, what $700 means, that's a plane trip, that's a round trip, that's maybe a few meals, that's like to another country with, you know, maybe a couple days or some junk, or maybe a day. That's what $700 means to me. Is that $700 well spent on something else? Yes, absolutely. That can also pay for 4 months of food. You know? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's people are easily influenced by what they see on their favorite people's stream, and that's what it becomes a little dangerous. So myself, I kind of yelled at my brother. I was like, do you really need it? Do you travel that often? Are you really gonna shell out $700? Can you afford it? Don't you have bills? Don't you have to pay your car? That's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. So always be wary of what people tell you. Do your research, and hopefully you can shed some light into something that, do you really need it? Is it really something for you? Are you really gonna shell out that $700? But I truly appreciate the videos that these people make. But if you should so want to, and it's currently on right now, Travel Tripod by Peak Design. If you go to Kickstarter, you can find our events, you can back this project. There's the aluminum travel tripod for $289. That hurts. And then the carbon travel tripod at $479. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But here it is. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just telling you where you can find it. Okay? Best travel tripod. I get it, Pete. I appreciate you. Peak Design crushed it with their new tripod. Manny Ortiz, I salute you. Okay? And then to Jason Vong, homie, I appreciate what you do. It was literally like 20 notifications all in one going. I'm at work. I'm like, what the f is happening to my phone? Yeah. Do I have a tripod? That's the final answer. Yes. It's $40. How many times have I used it? Just around the house. But you know what I usually use all the time? This little monopod by Young Tang. This is like $30. This goes pretty much everywhere around me. I use this all the time. All the time. You see me with a talking head video over here? Sometimes it's on this. Most of the times, if I'm over there in a different set, it's on here. I literally use this all the time. Oh, check this out. Ready? Let's make it like Peak Design does, right? Oh, you can unload all of it in one go. Oh my God. No way. Yeah, that just happened. That just happened.